This is another concept which has made its rounds in the world, that something else should motivate you to do what you're doing. If what you're doing is significant enough, you don't need any other thing to motivate you. What you're doing is truly significant to life, why do you need another motivation to make that happen? If you really understand and experience that what you are doing is truly important for every life around you, you don't need a motivation, life just goes on. See, does your heartbeat need a motivation to keep it going? I'm asking you. All the life processes is not asking for any motivation, isn't it? Monsoon's coming, any motivation? No, it's coming year after year, because the natural process is going on. Simply like that, in you and me, life is on. What I'm telling you is, if you're doing something which is aligned with the fundamental life process of who you are, this can find a million expressions, it need not be just spiritual teaching. It can find a million expressions that what you're doing is aligned with your fundamental life process, then you will not need anything to motivate you. Simply, as a part of life, it will just happen.
Because for most human beings, their genius sparks once in a way. Suppose the sun, which is the living source of energy for all of us, no, it's the only source of energy for this planet. If the sun came up once in a way, not every day, what would be life? Right now, that is what it is even with the individual. There are three ways to function in a way that other people think is miraculous. One thing is to become all body, that you don't have a mind at all, just all body. Like, I don't know, I shouldn't use names probably. There are some great players in soccer where you see them, you can see they don't have a mind, they're just all body. And they'll do miraculous things that nobody ever thought they could do at that moment when they're like that. And they're getting into that zone more often than others, so they become the great players that they are. Another way is a very powerful mind which visualizes and creates what it wants. That's another way to be there, which is powerful, but I don't know how many people have the necessary discipline and focus to do that. A few do that. Some people who build the game have this thing, they even mentally deciding how the other guy should act. Many times you've seen this in rare moments, particularly in soccer and also in cricket game, the bowler decides how the batsman should act. So I can tell you one secret, but I'm on camera, what to do? I'll tell you anyway.
Please.
When you want to kick that dead ball, what you do is, you exhale with your mouth open and use this as a way approximately 17 to 20 inches, somewhere there, you focus your eyes there, that empty space, okay? You can do this 3 times. There is something else which is called as Akash, which gets activated because of this. In this, you are naturally in the zone. See, another way that I just now told you is to not worry of… anyway body is well trained, mind is trained for the game, don't mess with that in the game itself. That preparing the body and mind should happen before the game, okay? You don't go and train on the match pitch. So, there is another type of intelligence called consciousness. Consciousness is that intelligence which is unsullied by your memory. If you touch that, your body and mind should be well trained anyway to play that game, otherwise you cannot play. But once you touch that, you play in such a way which is magical for other people. There is no answer with anybody around you. There are many times certain sport reaches that place, knowingly or unknowingly the player gets in and they themselves are surprised. I've seen this sometimes, the tennis players, they're surprised, did I make this shot? They can't believe it themselves because they got into that space.
What does success look like? What does it take? You must understand, those who made any significant achievements in their life, they did not… I know family and friends who always have their breakfast on time. And after breakfast, of course, they must have coffee. After coffee, of course, they must light up a cigarette and sit there nicely because they're trying to become peaceful. And then they will go to work, come back home exactly on time for lunch, eat lunch, rest for 1 or 2 hours, sleep, then evening have one tea and then smoke, and then again go to work. And 8 o'clock, 8:30, they're back home for dinner and then maybe other things, drink and this and that and whatever. Well, that's their priority. It's fine, I'm not complaining, it should not be that way. But those who have been very successful, either in music, sport, art, business, spiritual process, doesn't matter what, those people never know when they ate, when they slept, when they got afternoon rest. I've not seen such a thing in my life. Those who are committed to being successful with whatever they're doing, one important aspect of their life is they're not settling down wherever it's a bit comfortable. Because comfort will happen when they lower you to in the grave, very comfortable you are, Yes or no? Comfort will come. Right now, it's about ensuring that there is profoundness of experience and there is impactfulness of activity. Because if they had given you a limitless amount of time, you could do all those things, nothing wrong, I'm not against them. But they gave you such little time with such tremendous potential of being human, that's the problem. Because human being has come with such open sense of possibilities, you come unformed, you don't come fixed. You have to fix yourself. Different people throw different types of balls at you. From all over, your parents, your teachers, the school, the neighbors and the society and the world throws all kinds of things at you. To gather all this muck and make something worthwhile out of yourself is your business, that's your success. It doesn't matter whether somebody thinks you're worthwhile or not, you feel you're a worthwhile life. Good enough for now. World may not recognize, it doesn't matter, but you know you're worthwhile.